So right now this is pretty easy. So the weight of the pack is sitting on my thigh. I'm not straining, I'm just holding this in. So then now my shoulder is the same height as the shoulder strap. So I'm just going to work that in, and then you give it the oomph, oomph, right? Now you go on that fishing expedition. What do you find back there? You got to find that shoulder strap. Sometimes if you're rooting around, you can't find it, have your trail buddy help you. So then, now it always comes out twisted, right? Always? Always. So you always got to remember to untwist it. If you have a sternum strap, pull that out. Now right now the pack, the weight of the pack is sitting all on my shoulders, right? When you carry a backpack, most of the weight is supposed to be on your hips. There's a bone here, a little pointy bone in your pelvis that comes out. And then the center of your pad, your hip belt, is supposed to sit over that bone. As a matter of fact, I've had this pack a few years, and there's a little depression right here and right there that's shaped like my bone. All right? So how do I get that? How do I get that weight shifted? So I make sure my hip belt is loose. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean over and I'm going to oomph the pack up like that. All right? So now it's high, and I'm going to attach the hip belt. I like the Osprey because it has these two straps. You pull, keep them the same length, everything's centered. And then as you stand up again, you go straighten up. The pack kind of settles down. And right now, I've got the weight of this pack is mostly on my hips. Then check the shoulder straps. You want to make sure that that the pack isn't too loose. Because if it's swinging, if you're hiking like this, it's going to drive you crazy and it's going to tire you out. If you make it too tight, then you're like the little kid that mom dresses up to go out in the winter in the snowsuit. They can't walk, the shoulders won't move. So you want to have that happy medium between those two things, tight and loose. During the course of the day, you might want to adjust the hip belt, loosen it, let more of the weight settle down on your shoulders, give your hips a rest. Or you might want to do the opposite, really snug down on the hip belt and loosen up the shoulders a little bit. And I like to sometimes just hold it with my hands like this, my thumb underneath, and that gives your shoulders a rest. Sometimes if I'm hiking a long day and my hip starts to, get tired, I have on this pack, and you can do it with almost any pack, frame pack even, I go grab my hands and I just lift this up like this. And I walk with like this for 5 or 10 minutes. And that, again, just gives a little bit, my shoulders and my hips a little rest. And then I just let it settle down when my arms get tired. When you fit a pack, when you have the pack adjusted at the right spot, you want to have the shoulder straps level or slightly up. How do I have? Pretty good? Pretty close? It's not like dragging all the way down. You don't want that wrapping all the way down, and you don't want it going way up. That if you have either of those, you need to adjust. Either you have the wrong size pack, or you need to adjust the harness system such that you have a slight up or level on the back of this. A lot of packs also have this kind of strapping here, which can snug it to your back, nice and snug, or you can loosen it up, a little extra air in there for a while. You can feel, that feels good. Right. Now, a pack should not, when you put it on, a pack should not hurt you. At the end of the day, it's going to feel maybe a little heavy.